What is going on, dudes, dudettes? Welcome to this channel. Right now, I've got some PlanetSide 2 footage in front of you, and I have the great opportunity to record it. So this is the first time I'm actually going through footage and taking a look at it, but from what I can see, it actually looks pretty damn good. This is in mostly high quality. Every single graphics setting I have was on is set on high, except for shadows, which I turned down to low because shadows generally cut a lot of your frames. But I have decided that I want to keep streaming because I don't really want to let the last like 2.5 years, whatever it is, go to waste by not streaming on my channel. But you're going to see me streaming a lot of different things, and what I want to talk about today is streaming PlanetSide. I did try to stream PlanetSide today. Today is Tuesday, and I was getting a lot of, I guess, latency issues. So Shadowplay is still in beta, but it is freaking awesome. Let me just say that because it allows me to do something like this. Requires me essentially no equipment whatsoever. The card itself cost about $300. Everything that I had to upgrade in my computer was like about $320. So it was kind of expensive, but it was definitely worth it because I get the opportunity to record footage without buying a capture card, and it's all done pretty seamlessly. I'm doing this all right now. There's no frame issue when I was doing this earlier. I had a great time. The only problem I have with it is it's kind of finicky. Essentially, it doesn't pick up everything. I had my audio recording on this, doing kind of like a live comm as I was doing it, but it didn't pick up any of my audio, so it's something I have to go back and check out. And like I said, when I was streaming today, it just wouldn't stream for some reason. I don't know. I have to troubleshoot it and make sure everything's cool. But what you're seeing right here, if you're confused, you haven't seen it, is this game is like Battlefield on crack. It is just insanity, pure insanity. And the reason I love it so much is that I get to play as these little purple dudes that wear tight purple spandex and run around and shoot lasers and phase guns and plasma cannons at people. And it's probably one of the best experiences I've had. I used to play PlanetSide in the past, right? And I loved it. It was my favorite game of all time. I put more time into the original PlanetSide back in like the early 00s, I guess, than any other game. Like 2005 to 05, 06, when I was like 13, 14, moving up to 16, 17, I put more time into PlanetSide than I did any other game, more than World of Warcraft, than Battlefield and everything. And I put about like, all together, and since BC2, and I probably put about like 6,000 hours, good hours into all of the Battlefield franchise. And I don't know why I love this game so much. It's probably has something to do with the fact that you get the opportunity to play with so many people at the same time, and just like, this is insanity. This is chaos. So what you see me running is this lasher gun. And back in the day, in the original PlanetSide, this gun was, some would say it was overpowered. I'd probably still say it's kind of overpowered. It's a heavy weapon. And if you see me use it, it's got splash damage on it. So it's good for a noob like me who doesn't know how to use any kind of a real weapon. But it shoots out these little balls of plasma. And it's just unnatural. It just chews up everybody. Nobody really stands a chance. There are a few scenarios in this little base cap where I run into way too much firepower. I do die a few times, but this is the game, or not really game, but this is the part of my, I played for about an hour, 30 minutes, hour and 30 minutes, something like that. And I ended up going like 42 and 2, playing 90% infantry. And this is just pretty much a portion of it where I just play it out. And that's the best I've ever played. I had the opportunity to play with an awesome platoon of guys. This is what Battlefield, in my opinion, should try to be. A game like this. It runs smooth. It looks smooth. There's no netcode to speak of. You still die, sure. You still get, kind of BS'd here and there. But it's still a great freaking game, and it is so smooth. Like, this is, in my opinion, what Battlefield could be one day. And maybe that day is soon. Maybe it isn't. Who knows? But that's why there's PlanetSide. I really love it. Now, I know you guys probably don't like me playing different games other than Battlefield, and I get that. But I'm not going to abandon Battlefield. I'm still going to stream. I'm still going to shoutcast. I'm still going to do all those things. I'm probably just going to do it in less so. ESO comes out here in about a week from today. I'll be playing it, and hopefully I will be streaming it. And I'm going to put a lot of time into that game. And it's just because I guess I've gotten kind of tired of the competitive FPS genre, the drama that goes with it, the amount of egos that are amplified by no-name tournaments and all sorts of silly scrims and stuff like that. I mean, I know I was a part of it. I was a huge proponent of it. There's plenty of people that don't like me because of the things that I say, whatever. But I love just playing video games for what they are. And PlanetSide, I think, has kind of dropped me back to that. I enjoy myself when I play this game. And more so than I play any other game. That's not to say that I don't have fun playing Battlefield. I definitely have fun playing Battlefield. I have fun streaming it. I have more fun streaming Battlefield than I do just playing it. I think that's always been true for me. But this game is just, it's too much fun. I don't know why. Maybe it's the massive battles, the fact that you work with so many people, you meet so many interesting individuals on the voice chat with the team chat. You're fighting in a huge war the whole time, and you're doing this all over the course of a few hours. And Battlefield's a little bit different. I don't know. Maybe I like the idea that PlanetSide brings to it. It's like almost a living, breathing world, but not really. Kind of is, kind of isn't, that kind of thing. But I think a lot of the reason I'm kind of shying away from Battlefield and streaming of Battlefield and Titanfall is because I just don't find myself particularly enjoying the they're not like, you can't really take them out of the FPS genre, but the matchmaking based system of gaming. I like open world more. I'm a huge MMO nerd. I've always been. Before I even started putting up videos on YouTube, I used to just play World of Warcraft all day. I used to play on the server Tychondrius, and this was back in the day. So I used to play on the server Tyche, and I had a great time just playing. You know what I mean? Like it's just, video gaming was fun back then because there wasn't any pressure to it. There wasn't any ego. The only thing that you had to worry about back in the days of like early WoW was, killing the boss, and the boss didn't have any feelings. It didn't care what you said about it. It was just there for you to kill. PlanetSide's a little bit different, of course, but I'm not invested that much into it, and I probably never will become that invested into it to be like, oh, well, I said this about some person and he got too sore, whatever. Battlefield is kind of like that, but I think it's because of my dedication and I guess my impact on the community. And I don't mean that in the way that I'm, such a great person or I have so much influence. It's just that I've been around for quite a long time, and I do kind of have my fingers in every single cookie jar possible. But I think that a lot of me shying away from the game in general and trying to just help teams get their name out there, help individuals get their streams out there, is because I want to see other people succeed, and I don't gain anything from it. Like, I don't care right now what people think of me, and in 10 years, if I'm still doing the same thing, I probably won't care then what people are saying about me. But I do enjoy the fact that I get the opportunity to meet a lot of new people and a lot of old people too. I get an opportunity really to talk to these team captains and tell them, what they're doing in the community, how it works out. I want to start doing the interview thing. I probably will most likely interview the Omega guys, which is Carbon, first, and then I will most likely be interviewing someone from Level, most likely Tim, the founder, and then potentially a few other people after that. And then the podcast, haven't really figured out the podcast people yet. I don't know exactly how we're going to structure it. There have been a few ideas kind of going back and forth between Lord Dan and myself and a few other people about how we would kind of want to do a podcast. I know we want to do it, and I know we want to talk about certain things that are in the community. This is kind of like a test attempt, really. I'm just going to kind of ramble here for a few minutes and just talk about it and just throw it to this footage. But I just want to say that, whatever road I guess I go down in the next 6 months, wherever it takes me, I still want to be uploading footage. I still want to have the opportunity to shoutcast your guys' games and be a part of it. I don't really care about like my own success because, in all honesty, there's been quite a few things said about my success going hand in hand with the community's success. But I mean, I would think that's almost like definitely true. If I actively promote other people at the same time, I'm obviously promoting my own stuff, not directly, but indirectly, be like, oh, Wally's promoting this and that, or Wally's doing this with this team, or he's interviewing these guys. Of course, it's promoting my stuff. It's not completely selfless, and I don't want to get the notion through everyone's head that I'm doing this just out of the goodness of my heart, but I do gain stuff from it. I get the opportunity to do videos like this where I just talk about whatever's on my mind at the time, ramble in every single direction, and just show you guys some footage that you might like. Now, granted, it isn't Battlefield footage, but I do want to shy away from that. That's one thing I do want to shy away from, is just playing Battlefield. I don't want to be seen as just a Battlefielder. I want to be seen as an individual that you can relate to in a weird, kind of, I guess, man-child kind of way. Like, oh, Wally likes World of Warcraft, likes to slay dragons, and he plays video games and bitches for a living, Congratulations. Like, that's all he does right now. Like, yeah, okay, you can kind of relate to that, I guess. If you're a man-child or you play video games or you like pizza, whatever. We all have stuff in common. But that's like my goal, essentially. And it's very difficult to just do these things. Like, it's one thing to say, oh, let's just do it, like the Nike motto, but at the same time, I still have other obligations. I have an obligation to finish school. I have an obligation to stay working as a coach and as a tutor. I have an obligation to help the community in the best way that I know how, and the only way I know how really is to just promote their stuff, retweet all their information, shoutcast their games, interview team leaders, talk about them as much as possible, throw up links, because these are the only platforms I know how to do it. I don't know how to do it any other way. I don't know how to tell teams or get anyone's information out there. I'm not a huge channel. I'm not a huge streamer. I'm not a huge YouTuber or anything like that. But I do have a little bit of, I guess, influence here and there, and I want to use that influence as much as possible. The one thing I will say that recently has revitalized me a little bit has been working with Level. And a lot of it is I lost a lot of ambition back when I came home from college 3 years ago. And I've spent the last 3 years doing nothing, just playing video games, not really doing anything. And the last 1 year, I've decided to put more of the effort into my own stuff. And I've decided to get a little bit more ambitious down the direction of actually putting up footage for me, not for anyone else, putting up my own footage, putting up my own opinions, calling it my own stuff, and doing that. And a lot of people saw that as kind of like, not really a backstab or betrayal, but kind of like, different, because this channel itself used to be the Iconic Team channel, and the Twitter used to be the Iconic Team Twitter. And a lot of people kind of looked at that sideways when I took it for myself, but I talked to the guys, and I'm pretty sure even if now they're still okay with it. It was something that just, I was the only one kind of putting effort into it. It's not to say that they weren't doing the effort, but I was doing 90%. I would say even more than that, 95% of the heavy lifting. And as far as I'm concerned, anyone who does that much work in anything deserves all of the credit. You can't sit there and coattail off someone and expect them to be okay with it. And I finally said at one point, enough's enough. I'll support your guys' other channels, and I still do that actively. And I'll support your guys' other information, your teams and stuff like that. And I still do that actively. I just do it less so. I try to even it out with every other team. But the thing that I was trying to get at is the ambition has kind of returned to me. I want to become a bigger part of the community, regardless of what people say about me. I want to be able to offer teams, new teams that aren't in competitive, a chance to play competitively. I want to be able to be a part of that main platform wherever it takes me. Maybe Battlefield, Titanfall, games in the future, whatever it is, I always want to be a part of it. But I also want to do my own things at the same time. Like me, playing ESO or PlanetSide does not mean that I'm not going to take part in the Battlefield community. It's just I'm going to take a less active and direct role and more of an indirect role in promoting other stuff, being in stream channels, talking to individuals through interviews and podcasts, whatever, stuff like that. Indirect role. You're not going to actively see me playing with them in Battlefield. You might occasionally, sure, but the goal is to promote their stuff as indirectly as possible, the only way I know how. And so far, it's actually gone pretty well, I'd say. So far, I'm really enjoying myself. I get the opportunity every day to like I said, talk to a lot of great people and meet a lot of great people. And that's not without there's hatreds. There's some old hatreds. Like, I'll be honest, there's certain teams that I don't like. And it goes back to BF3. And, there's probably only one team I really don't like. And I've even said that a few times. I'll say the only reason I don't like this team is because of what happened, and it's not anything recent. It was back in BF3, You know, and I think a lot of the problem I have with the Battlefield community, and I think a lot of the problem the Battlefield community probably has with me, is that words I think are taken too seriously. What I say and what others have said are probably taken too seriously, and it's a two-way street. You know, I've taken things way too seriously. What other people say, I've been trolled. You know, like everybody else, I've been shit talked and I've shit talked. You know, but what I don't agree with, and maybe this isn't even true, is that I don't agree with being held to a different level just because I'm a part of organizing tournaments or shoutcasting. I have an opinion about everything, just like you guys. I love hearing debates and conflicts about things, but at the same time, like, if I don't agree with something, or if I don't like someone, I'm gonna say it, because people tell it to my face all the time. They're like, "Yeah, I don't like you, Wally." Like, all right, that is completely cool. You know, I don't like you either, or whatever. You know, it's not even that big of a deal. But what I want to say is that I think a lot of the reason that I do want to get away from the Battlefield scene is that there's a lot of drama that doesn't involve me directly, but it's still like indirect, and I think that my ability to be a part of this scene would benefit the scene in general more so if I was not an active participant, like on a team or something like that. Basically what I'm doing now, not an active participant, more of just a guy who you can go to if you want advice on teams and stuff like that, or do you want me to shoutcast your game, or promote your Twitch channel or whatever, you know. And even the promoting stuff, it's not like I can guarantee you know, any of my viewers or anyone who follows me on Twitter or anyone who follows this YouTube channel to immediately go to your stream. It's up to them. You know, I just say, hey, if you guys are looking for a stream in my Twitter and you guys want to check it out, boom, check out these guys. I think they're great individuals, and I don't sit there and like bullshit. I actually go in and I'll watch those streams, and I'll be there and I'll be an active participant in those streams, because it would be kind of like silly for me to be like, I like this stream a lot, but I'm not there myself. You know, it's like, that's ironic. You know, I don't want to be like that. So most of the time, like I say all the time, but most of the time when I promote a stream, I'm actually in the stream, chatting, talking to the streamer, talking to the viewers as much as possible, because I want to see those guys succeed. But that'll pretty much do it for me on this video. I know I've kind of talked about whatever's been on my mind. It's a little bit longer videos, like I think it's about like 15-16 minutes, but well, you know, whatever. Kind of training my voice for shoutcasts and the podcast in the future. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys have any questions or whatever, you want to see more footage like this, just let me know. I will be streaming PlanetSide if I can, but I definitely will record it. If I can't stream it, I will record, and I'll just do commentaries. I'm going to try to do one every other day. And I want to get back on a regular streaming schedule because, like I said, I don't want them to go to waste. But you guys are all beautiful. I love you very much. I hope you guys enjoy all of my footage. And if you don't like me, that's cool. I like you. And if you do like me, hey, you know, I like you. So, yeah, that'll do it, ladies and gentlemen. I love you all very much. I hope you guys have a great day, great rest of the week. I hope to see you all very soon. That will do it for me. Peace.